What's going on, folks? My name is Josh and you are watching The Outdoor Dude. Thanks for coming to the channel. Today's video, we're doing a little more scouting. We're going to check some trail cameras and hopefully going to be working on the bow a little bit later. So come on along. Bye.
Look at that big mamma jamma, folks.
Alright guys, so I'm going to keep the face mask off for a moment to talk to you guys. Got it sprayed down with bug spray, but I'm not too far from a big swamp and ooh, don't want to walk under that bad boy. So I'm not too far from a big swamp and I want to make sure I'm not getting carried away by these dang mosquitoes. They're so bad over here. They test positive every year for Tripoli and West Nile. With everything already going on in the world, I don't need any of that. There are acorns up here aplenty. Whoa. Woodpeckers have been hard at work at that tree. Lots of wildlife around all over in here. All right, we're getting into an area where the mosquitoes are gonna get kicked up. I'm pulling my face mask back up. Gotta load those bad boys up just in case. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit. I hope we don't get rained on. Just spoke to a park ranger today for about a half hour and found out not only have there been bear sightings all around me, but there have been bear sightings to the south of us. Hence why I've loaded the shotgun. Just a deterrent. I'm not trying to shoot any bear out of season. That's not what I'm doing by any means. Creek is low and clear. We got a little bit of ways to go. I'm gonna pull up the face mask. We're gonna make our way to the trail camera and I'll turn you back on when we get there, unless we see something real cool along the way. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's a whole little gaggle of redhead ducks. How normal is that? Are redhead ducks a normal occurrence in here in upstate New York? I've had a buddy before tell me that they were kind of rare, but I don't know that much about that stuff. Hit me up in the comments, let me know. My nice battery's about to die. It's one of 3 that I have. Unfortunately, this is the one of 2 that I brought with me. So we're about to have some issues. Got the GoPro with a backup battery. I'm gonna end up having to record on that. I know it sucks, but sorry about that, guys. All right, you're gonna get the point of view shot now. You can see how thick this stuff I'm walking through is. This is where they're living when they're on this side of the creek. There's a hard trail right over there. Goes up the creek bank into the corn, but there's a little bit of a beaver dam there. I wouldn't doubt that deer would use that as well. Oh, today is a lot cooler. Getting attacked a little bit less by those mosquitoes, man. They are absolutely terrible. Look, we're starting to see a little bit of browse. There's a ton of nut trees back here. Lots of oaks, lots of black walnuts. And I'm just gonna keep following this path. I've hiked this woods, played in it when I was a kid. I've been back in these woods since 1990. I know them well. A lot of times these deer just follow. There's a trail, an old fishing trail. Goes right down the side here. But I think we're almost at the trail camera. Let's see if we see anything. See what happened. I mean, it's my first time setting up a trail camera. I could have definitely messed it up, no doubt. So, I know people say to let them soak. Some people say let them soak. Some people say check them. I gotta come in here doused in bug spray. So what I like to do is I'll come in when I know it's gonna rain. Try to hopefully wash away some of my scent. All right, I see the camera. So this is why you come check. I got a tree branch that wasn't there before. Fell right on the camera. Almost on the camera. All right, let's check her out. Well, I was close, huh? Can you see these mosquitoes? Holy sheesh. No.
Carol Baskin.
I am absolutely blown away. All right, guys. So I checked the camera and holy
Carol Baskin.
guys, I am beyond ecstatic. My heart is pumping. Even if I don't get to kill one of these deer this year, I'm still so excited that I've learned enough to get on these animals, put a camera in the right spot, just on browse, no scrapes. I was looking for the rub that I found last year and decided to go super low pressure And as soon as I stopped seeing people sign and I started seeing deer sign like that, and I set up the camera, and I think it's gonna pay off. All right, guys, I walked for about another mile or so, and now I'm back to where people go. All right, so I checked the card. I reformatted the card, put it back in, got my butt out of there.
Alright guys, we're back at the house. We're in the office. I'm moving soon. It's an absolute mess, so there will be no clips of me in my office. But let's just talk about the deer and the pictures that I found on my camera when I did this card pull. First, let's start off by, I'm going to show you a couple doe that I got on camera, and I'm going to talk to you guys about what I did here. For those of you who don't know, this was the first time I've ever set up a trail camera. I've only been hunting this will be my 3rd season, and I've yet to get a deer. I'm bow hunting. Even during pew pew season, I go out with my bow. I have gone out during pew pew season once or twice. And for those of you who don't like me saying pew pew, I do that because if I say the word that actually resembles, the video can be demonetized. YouTube's not super friendly with pew pews. With that said, I put my first trail camera up. I set it up on some browse in a 50-acre piece of creek oxbow timber that is behind the community I currently live in and grew up in as a child. I know that stand of timber like it's my own backyard, because it is, and I got a good idea of intel from all the old timers in the area over all the years that they've hunted back there, and it's pretty much set travel pattern and the way these deer move through there, as long as you don't spook them out and blow it out for the year. With that said, guys, I'm excited to get on these deer this year. I'm beyond excited to get on these deer this year, and I've only seen, while out hunting, 1 deer. I had some near me. My buddy saw them, but they were out of my line of sight last year. I didn't get to see them. One of the does blew, they spooked and took off. It's been a real trial and error process of learning. I'm trying to play catch up is what I'm doing. I've spent my whole life skateboarding and snowboarding and doing real fun stuff, but I wish I had learned when I was a kid about this hunting stuff. But that's all right, man. We're after our first deer, and I really got a good feeling about it this year. You guys are looking at some pictures of a couple pictures of doe that I got on camera, but let me show you guys what you finally came here for. The morning after I set up the camera, I had this buck come in. From the direction he's coming, I got a good idea of where he's coming from, and then the direction he leaves, I've got a good idea of where he's going. For size comparison, because these deer spook so dang easy, my camera is about 8 feet up in the air in a tree. All right, so what I forgot to mention, for those of you who don't know, this is upstate New York. To find a deer of this caliber in upstate New York is pretty awesome. I know there are big deer here, and there are people who harvest big deer here every year, but for a beginner hunter who has never harvested a deer, let alone his first buck, such as myself, this deer would be an absolute treat. Now, a little bit later, a couple days later, you can see in this picture, if you look real close, bottom left corner, there's a rack just coming into view. And as he comes in, you can really get a good look at the rack and the body size of this deer. A few things I noticed about this deer right off the bat. It looks a little darker, like his winter coat has come in. He looks hard horned, and this bad boy's a 9-pointer. He just kind of hangs out and mills around for a little bit, but then as he leaves, I see another deer body come into view in the camera in the bottom left. Now this shot looks this is that deer, and it looks a lot like a buck to me, but he's moving too much and I can't see the rack to see what he is. But still, let me just tell you guys right now, I'm out for my first deer. I'm not trying to hold out for some trophy. While I would be beyond excited to shoot one of these bucks, I'd be just as happy to have a doe walk in front of me or a spike, anything for my first deer. I just want to get that out of the way. I want to have the experience, and I want to make something happen. So hopefully these deer come back. I've got about a month left before hunting season at least, and I got a lot more scouting to do. So if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click the like button. When you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so YouTube notifies you when I do a new video. And if you want to see more of what I offer on my channel, click the playlist of videos I got up in the upper right hand corner for you guys, or click one of the 2 other videos on the left side of this screen. And I'll see you guys next time.